you want to take back with a piece, you can only consider taking back with a pawn if you're certain that you'll establish a black pawn on e5 and develop pieces. It kind of changes the pawn structure to something almost symmetrical, but black is behind in development. So taking with the queen makes a lot of sense, and putting queen and bishop on this long diagonal. But yeah, it feels like the players, they know what's going on. Still mainline theory at the moment, where Caruana tends to really excel.
Yeah, he really shines that theory. I mean, he was complaining about it himself and was saying it's become like a meme. You know, like he plays 30 moves and everyone's like, yeah, Fabi's got it worked out until move 50.
It's just reality. It's just how it is. I think all the top players have experienced that at some point.
But you know, the funny thing is when I played Fabi, I got the impression that he didn't really prepare for me because I was just too weak.
I'm sure it wasn't that, Jovanka.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. I think he just thought, because I don't know, I made him think and I didn't feel like I should have.
Well, that's a win, the first.
I lost though, so.
Well, it's a moral victory.
It was a moral victory.
Forcing Fabiano to think in the opening is not an easy task at all.
Yeah.
Bacrot, though, also, he's, strong grandmaster, but he's recently spent a lot of time as a second for various players, including Maxi Vachier-Lagrave, so of course, opening expert in his own right, bishop e2. White bishop often lands on f3, just challenging this diagonal that we mentioned. Black wants to control.
Yeah. And Etienne Bacrot, you know, I can remember him from when I was young. You know, he became a grandmaster ridiculously early.
14.
14, yeah. Was he the youngest grandmaster at that time?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too. And he just playing fantastic chess, playing board one until on the French team until Maxime Vachier-Lagrave came. But somehow he's kind of disappeared a little bit, but you know, obviously from yesterday's game against Yu Yangyi, he's an exceptionally strong grandmaster.
Yeah, he's always been in and around the 2700 mark. He's still very solid. I shared a taxi with him from the airport here in Isle of Man to the hotel, and he was saying he's just here for fun. He's just here to play some chess and enjoy it. And clearly it's paying off. I mean, he's on +3. He's won some really nice games. Yesterday, his game against not you, but Yu Yangyi was very impressive. And I recommend playing through that one.
Yeah, I was not playing. I was sat here, David, watching all the action.
I'll stop with that pun now.
No, it was great.
Yu Yangyi, Bacrot, he's just on form. And if there's anything else, maybe the white rook goes this way and in front.
And then, oh gosh.
If the black pawn were back on f7 and back on g6, then I've actually studied this position. It's a forced draw, but with the pawn so far advanced, the black king has no shelter, no hiding place.
And can you just go g?
Searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds chirping and I hear my name, grasping into life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah. is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah.
G4.
G4.
But now, okay, so you want to
Now I'm
run
going
back
to
with the
go
king,
run back, yeah.
for example.
Yeah, and now king to G7.
Yeah, but here I have a feeling, for example, if white plays h4, white will play, for example, black continues waiting. White will play f4 and eventually just slowly run the king in, and black's rook is tied down behind the a pawn forever. I think this is actually quite a well-known win. He plays rook c5. He doesn't want to sacrifice a pawn. This is move 59 now, rook
But then
a4,
rook a4.
and it's just over. We won't be sat here for another few hours because the pawn just marches. This is endgame 101. Etienne Bacrot, heartbreaking stuff. He was on the brink of a draw, but he's collapsed. It's the fault of that g5 move. Don't think he should have forced the issue. He saw some ghosts.
Yeah, and 17 seconds and he brings his king in, but the plan is straightforward for Caruana. Just move the a pawn up the board.
Yeah, and black's rook will be forced to go passive, and maybe some chances here. The white king needs to mobilize. I just wonder whether you rush or whether in this position you first bring the king. The black rook's going to go back. Sorry, going to go back either way. Fabiano calmly sipping his water there, or his tea, or his coffee. One move, we're almost at move 60.
Okay.
I do wonder as well.
King F. Right.
Yeah, king f1. I also wonder whether you just push pawns. Or maybe you fix this structure first. I'm not sure how. You need to get an
Okay,
inroad
so
with
go
your king.
H4.
h4?
Yeah.
Yeah, black will most likely play g4. Now there's a route in for the white king.
Yeah. And now, now you can go your plan of...
So what we want to achieve, maybe we should highlight, is, for example, if black at some point has to go back and around, white wants to get a situation where any king and pawn endgames are simply winning, so black is never able to take on a7. If black cannot take an a7, then the rook is paralyzed forever. He pushes his a pawn first, so he's going for something similar, and the question is, why not just bring the king now?
Yeah.
I mean, we fixed the kingside pawn structure, that doesn't hurt at all, but king f1. Maybe okay, let's say we put the king and rook in the corner. Nobody puts a rook in the corner. Apart from us. But it just looks winning.
Also, yeah, and that looks completely winning. And that was quite straightforward. I was also wondering whether you can go rook a6 and try to...
Very straightforward, yeah. Rook a6 in
They
this
go
position.
a7 and then rook...
Cut the king off along this rank. But then the king, I guess, moves on the 7th. But at the right moment, you probably just ditch your pawn and go after all of black's. Oh wow, we even see a resignation. On move 60, he didn't even play on or test Fabiano. It's probably just a dead loss position, but wow, that ended so abruptly.
Wow. And what a kind of chain of events. Can we just do a